What is going on, guys? It's Jim, and we had some crazy things going on today in the markets with oil. Oil dropped 306%, and the current price of oil right now is negative $37. Talking like historical record breaking, this has never happened before. It's a commodity. Commodities have never gone negative in the history of ever. So what does this even mean? Well, today we're going to talk about exactly what happened and what this could potentially mean, and should you invest in it, and how could you do that? How do you invest in this oil? Because, I mean, you're getting oil at negative $37. What does that even mean? On my channel, I cover everything to do with finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. So if that's your thing, you definitely want to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. So I start off the day working on my computer on a new video to post for you guys, and my phone started going off like over and over and over again from Market Watch. Market Watch is where I get a lot of my information about the markets and what's going on in the world. Not affiliated with them, I just like them. So I see these headlines saying oil prices have dropped below $12. And when I saw that, I was like, what? That is crazy. If you guys don't know, oil has been dropping for a long time, actually. The average price of oil is about $65 a barrel. That's what it was last year at this time, at least. And now it's been going down. Reasons we'll get into in a minute, but now we're at $12 a barrel, and that's pretty scary stuff. So really caught my eye and my attention. I started reading up on it, and then I couldn't even finish the first article, and another article came out. U.S. oil benchmark slumps below $11 a barrel, on track for biggest one-day drop in history as storage space dwindles. Another crazy title. I'm like, again, another dollar. So I started reading that one, and then another one went off. Oil reaches single digits at $7.75 a barrel, dropped 58%. 58% at $7.75. I'm like, this is insane. What the heck is going on? And then it went to $3, and then it went to $1, and then it went to negative 10, and then before you know it, we wind up at negative $37 a barrel, dropping 306% in a single day. That's never happened ever to any company, never mind a commodity stock. What a commodity is are actually goods and things that we need, but we don't manufacture. So fruits, vegetables, sugar are a couple examples of that. Now, hard commodities are things that have to be mined, like gold and oil. Oil is used for more things than just gas in your car and, motor oil, right? It's used to make petroleum products. So like roofing materials, tar, some chemicals, paints, and stuff like that. So this thing goes a long way. So basically, when it's something that we need to survive on, that never really goes down, right? I mean, well, it could go down and fluctuate, but it never goes away. Never mind hit zero or negative $37 a share. I just realized that I was actually looking into the microphone and not the cameras. I don't know why I did that. And I also forgot to turn the light on again. Anyway, well, let's take a look at why this actually happened, right? You guys may have noticed that gas prices have been dropping like crazy, and they're under $2 everywhere basically, and some places are under $1. But why is that? Well, I'm gonna summarize it for you. If you wanna know the full story, go click this link above. It's a video I made a full thing about, but just to give you an idea of what's going on is because of these shutdowns, travel and transportation has been reduced by 90%. Okay, nobody goes anywhere. You can't do anything. You don't travel. Planes, boats, trains, cars, trucks, everything is grounded. So we're not using fuel. So basically what ended up happening was we were producing too much oil. So the world leaders came together and said, hey, let's cut back production. Otherwise, we're gonna have too much and we're gonna have to sell it for too little. So everybody agreed and said yes, except for Russia. Russia said, well, you guys all cut back. I'm gonna keep pumping out the same amount of oil. Now I could charge less for my oil, attract more buyers, and make more money and kind of dominate the market. Now, Saudi Arabia is the #1 oil producer in the entire world right now, okay? They turn around and say, no, you don't. We can produce oil faster and cheaper than you, and we're gonna increase our production by 30% in a day and also sell the oil cheaper than you are. So that made even more oil. And then Russia did more, and then Saudi Arabia did more. And it was back and forth price wars for a couple weeks to a month. Doing that made it so we had even more oil already in an oversupplied market. That's what ended up leading to this fallout. Now, since then, President Trump was able to come up with a deal that worked out for everybody, and he got them to back down on their price wars and end it. Otherwise, he would impose tariffs on them doing any imports to the United States. So now that it's all squared away, we're starting to see the effects of what they did. This is really bad because now we have a massive surplus and nobody's buying it. So that's the reason why the price of gas has gone low. That's why oil started creeping down in price. And it was at, I think a week or two ago, it was at $20, $25 a barrel, which was unheard of too. And now look at it. So what does it mean to have a commodity or any stock be in the negatives like that, right? I mean, how do you buy that or how do you sell it? Well, because it's in the negatives, if you wanted to get the oil off your hands, you would have to pay somebody else to take your shares. Yeah, it's crazy. So because this finished in the negative numbers, it means the holder of a long position would require to pay someone to take that contract off their hands. I mean, when you see these negative prices like this, what just happened today, it's like the economy's getting kicked in the teeth by the illness, okay? This is like crazy stuff. Still, even now, the markets are not reflecting on how bad the economy is. We got a lot of catching up to do. I think this is the first wave. In one day, the oil price ended up dropping $55.90, which is absolutely unheard of. Now, this contract, May contract, is due to expire on Tuesday. Now, it says here, any traders that are still long must take physical delivery, while anyone who is short must make delivery. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, if you long a stock, if you long a position, right, it means you own that stock, you own that position. Now, if you short it, it's the sale of a position that you do not own. So if you short a stock, you're betting on the price going down. And if it goes down, then you're able to buy it at the lower price. So put it this way, if you owned 100 shares of Tesla, that would mean you long 100 shares because you own it. Simple. Now, if you want to short your 100 shares of Tesla that you don't own yet, if you go to short it, it means you're selling it without yet owning it. So basically, you're able to sell, make the deal, and make your money. But if the price goes up, then you're going to owe back more. So regardless, the end result, at the end of it, you have to pay whatever that stock is. So in this case, if you own it, you have to keep it. You cannot get rid of it. If you want to get rid of it, you have to pay somebody to take your shares. But if you shorted it, which I'm sure a ton of people did, that's another factor why it went down so low, then you made a killing on this because you said it's going to go down, it's going to go down. So basically what happened on Monday was that owners, people who long positions in oil, they scrambled to sell off as fast as possible because they were in fear of having too much oil and nowhere to put it, basically. And that's what drove the price down so low. Everybody sold off as fast as possible. So what's happening next is something called a contango. To understand that, you got to know exactly how oil is traded. So the way oil works is oil futures are contracts in which you agree to exchange the set amount of oil at a set price on a set date. So in this case, it goes by a month. And this month that we're talking about is May. And then you have the next month, which is June. So what is a contango? A contango is a situation where the future prices of commodity is higher than the spot price of the contract today. So the contract for May right now is negative $37. Now the contract for June is currently at $20. Now as time goes on, those numbers can fluctuate, right? Odds are that $20 in June is going to go down just as low as May. And the reason why is still there's no demand for this oil and we have too much of it. Now, what does this mean for gas prices? Now that oil's so cheap and I guess they have to pay us to have the oil, what does it mean for gas prices? Does that mean free gas? Well, not free gas, but I think we could expect these gas prices to go down even further, like really cheap, probably under $1, which is incredible. And honestly, amazing timing for the financial situation everybody's facing right now. Having cheap gas prices is just gonna help everyone. And also, once things kind of go back to normal and the illness goes away, people start driving, having low gas prices will promote people to go out and spend their money, go on trips, vacations, go out, you know what I mean? Stimulate the economy. So can you invest in this? I mean, negative $37 a barrel, I'm pretty sure everybody can get free oil stocks right now, right? Well, you can invest in the crude oil commodity on its own. However, with the situation that's going on right now, are you going to see a return on it? Probably yes, but not for a very long time, okay? This thing that's happening, we're 2 months into it, we have a long way to go. Travel bans are going to be there for a long time, few months, 6 months, maybe even a year. Even if they lift the travel restrictions, are you going to go out? You're going to go to the movies? You're going to go to restaurants? I don't think so. You're not going to go on a cruise. You're not going to get on an airplane. You know, not until this thing is over. So for that reason, it's going to take a very long time to see a return on this. And with the amount of oil that we have right now, to recover from that, it's going to be a while. Now, what I am doing, and I will tell you what I'm going to do just for entertainment purposes, not advice, is I'm looking at ETFs that work in the energy sector. And my screen died again. The ETF I'm looking at is called IXC. It's iShares Global Energy. Now they offer exposure to companies that produce and distribute oil and gas. They have targeted access to energy stocks from around the world, and they express a global sector view. And basically what they do is they track the investment results of an index composed of global equities in the energy sector. So going with an ETF like this, you're more diversified, more spread out, covering more bases, everything in the energy sector as a whole. Whereas if you do individual stocks, you don't have that option. You know, it's going to go up or down. This is going to be more well balanced, and it's going to go up with time. Again, when, how much, you don't know. Will it go down more? Probably. I'm not buying it right now. I'm probably going to wait a few weeks, maybe a month, see where things are at, and just go from there. If you guys want, I can make a video strictly on this ETF, and I could tell you everything I did, how much money I put into it, and for how long, and the timing and all that. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see something like that. I'd be more than happy to throw it together for you. So this is definitely a pretty crazy time for everything, and the economy is just, it's a roller coaster ride that seems to never be ending. And I said in one of my other videos, it seems every day we're breaking another record. You know, lowest lows, biggest jumps in one day, and then best run up in 78 years or something like that. It's just, and now here we are. Oil is negative $37. So there's definitely a whole lot going on and a lot more to come. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated for everything that comes out. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for this video. It helps my video grow. And that, I'll see you on the next one.